Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to FanMail Friday, and this is Lady Duquesne.
Hey.
Hey, she now has a Twitter, so if y'all want to follow her, she probably won't tweet that much, but still.
Yeah, no.
You know.
I'm not a
But yeah.
Twitter.
We just also made a Twitter just so no one could try to troll and steal it, you know, eventually, because there are people that are like that. But let's go ahead and get into the questions. The first one is by Wipeout. He asked, with all the rumors of Halo Xbox One being delayed and Halo 2 Anniversary coming this year, I'd like to know what you'd rather see. And then he keeps going for a long time just explaining stuff. But that's the gist of the question. Now, by Halo Xbox One, I'm guessing he means Halo 5 or whatever it's going to be called. I would personally rather it be delayed till 2015 and Halo 2 Anniversary comes out because it gives them more time to work on the actual full-time game.
You didn't read the rest of the question.
It's a long question.
Well, yeah, but what you're answering is, would you rather it be delayed to give them time to polish it?
I just said that.
No, you stopped before you got to that.
I know, but I just said that in my answer.
Anyway, I think it should be delayed too. If it's not ready to go, it's not ready to go.
The question is long.
You'd rather have a better game, better experience.
Yeah.
Give them time.
Exactly. That's one of the biggest problems that were with Halo 4 that people thought is it was rushed, which it was. You know, it shouldn't have come out yet. There's a lot of things that weren't finished and polished and stuff. So, of course, you know, wanted a little bit longer deal. So, next question is going to be Crazy Spartan. I think that's
Another long one.
Another long one. I am a husband and father of 2 beautiful girls. Are they beautiful?
Aw, of
I'm
course.
just kidding.
Of course.
I'm friends with them. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I know what it means to try to be a balanced family, work, and YouTube. This is something I really like about your channel because you keep it clean and fun. So here's my question for your wife. What do you like playing on the Xbox?
That's a hard question because I don't really play on the Xbox that much. I just usually watch this one play. But I'm trying to think. I mean, I like playing Halo campaign.
Lego.
Oh yeah, that's on the Xbox.
Yeah, Lego.
That's my favorite.
There you go.
Well, I mean, there's Nintendo, but
on the Xbox,
Lego, yeah.
Lego
Lego's beats
awesome.
it all.
If y'all haven't played, it's not a kid's game.
No.
You know, it has some pretty like.
You don't have to have kids
stuff,
to play it. It's awesome.
It's really fun.
And,
especially Lego, like Lego the movie, the game, or whatever you want to call it. You know,
fun.
That it's pretty fun.
And the Lord of the Rings, they're all fun.
The Hobbit is going to be coming out here April, I think it said. Lego
We're not going to have time to beat
I know.
the Lego movie
I know.
one. But I was trying to think. No, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I do like playing the Halo campaigns. I love doing that. I played them with him. I like that. But all the multiplayer.
You know how she is with multiplayer.
Yeah.
I've seen the Halo.
I get kind of spastic.
Yeah.
I throw a grenade when I mean to punch, and it gets a little crazy. But I try. I still have fun, but.
Okay, and then for me, he asked, what are you thinking about doing first on Project Spark for the Xbox One?
Like building?
Huh?
What do you plan to build?
Like, I guess. Just what I plan on doing first. Probably just making videos first. I'm probably going to go on what other people create. Because the thing is, with the Xbox One beta of Project Spark and, I'm guessing he means the beta, because that's about to come out. For the Xbox One and the PC, you could still access the PC, like the levels that people have built on the PC, you can still access that on the Xbox One's beta. So they're, cross-platform, I guess you would say, for that. So that's pretty cool. I would probably be, making a bunch of videos and stuff because it's a whole lot easier for me to record and stuff on the Xbox One instead of having to switch my capture stuff over to the computer and everything.
When you like getting all that cool stuff out there, because like whenever he made all the maps in Halo, it was awesome. Whenever other YouTubers,
that's how that's how I started.
Yeah,
was I started because of Forge World Maps back then. It was run by Duranker, and he was a huge Halo YouTube channel back then. And he actually featured one of my maps in the top 5 racetracks things, and that's what got my name out there. So
it's nice to have all your hard work appreciated. So it's kind of neat to find all those cool, creations out there and show them off to everybody.
Yeah. And right now Aiden is asleep, but I will cut Aiden in. I will ask him tomorrow. But his question is, what does the fox say? So I will cut in.
Is that what it says?
Yes. I will cut in what Aiden's response is to that.
We tried that one. I don't really know what to tell him whenever he points to the fox.
All right, hey Aiden, you got to answer some questions for Fan Mail Friday. Okay? All right? Do you want to stop playing with the controller? Yeah. Here, let's flip it around. See? Ooh. But okay. Yeah. We have first question, Aiden. What does the fox say? Is that what the fox says? The fox just dances? Okay. Yeah.
Y'all will have to tell me, what does the fox say?
And then he says, I hope to do another game night soon, because he did one. That was the one that I joined a little while ago. He goes, you both are more than welcome to join if I do get one set up.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if you want me playing with you.
That'd be funny. I got to live stream that.
You might want me on the other team.
All right, so then Biowolf asks he asks, if a game company offered you a position, what company would you like to work for, and what position? Also, are you looking forward to what are you looking forward to the most at RTX this year? I'll answer RTX first. RTX, Halo. Something revealed at Halo. They always normally reveal something at RTX. Yeah, they're always there.
343?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're always there. So I'm sure they'll reveal something, or at least let us maybe play. Like if the Halo 2 Anniversary is coming out this year, maybe they'll let us have it playable, because that's what they did previously with Halo 4. If Halo 5 is coming out this year, then maybe they'll have it playable. Just something, Halo related. I hope new, I hope. And then for the game company, of course, I would just want a 343, just because that's my.
But then you'd have to move to. We'd be in.
I know.
Seattle.
Wouldn't that be great to be in Seattle and not here in hot, horrible Texas? The mosquitoes are everywhere. Texas isn't horrible. It's hot though over here in Houston, and everything. Mosquitoes all over the place.
I'm Texas to the core. I don't know if I could.
I like cold better. But not now. I guess now that I have Aiden, I don't like cold better.
No.
Just because you can't go outside.
A lot, yeah.
You can't go outside and everything because it's cold. Because you can't. Aiden will get all real cold.
And it's sad because he runs up to the door and he tries to open it.
Yeah, he wants to.
He wants to go outside.
It's horrible.
He'll look out the window and just stare.
Yeah, he stares. I think I posted a picture of that on Instagram. I'm not sure, but there's one where he's looking out the window. Just looking outside with his hands on the glass.
Yeah, we let him go outside. It makes it sound like we don't. Whenever, even when it's cold, we bundle him up. But whenever it's wet and nasty, he'll fall and he'll get wet and cold. Even if it's cold,
you can't go outside for that long.
Yeah.
Just because his face will get real.
And it's so humid here that it's not like a cold. It's not like a dry cold. He could get sick because it's real wet and nasty usually.
But game company, it would probably be 343, and position wise, it would probably. I don't know, like something to do with Forge, of course, since that's what, my thing is. Maybe I can help design the Forge maps and stuff, where we can have cool Forge maps and everything. That would be pretty awesome.
Give them your input.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. And if it's not 343, again, it would be just...
Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, but that's not a game company, though. He said game company specifically.
How's that a game company? Well, I mean,
Rooster Teeth isn't a game company. No,
they're not a developer.
Yeah, but they're not a...
But they're a gaming company.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Well,
if they count.
Rooster Teeth, they're in Austin, so that's not that far away. That's 2.5 hours.
We'd still be close to family. And we'd be in Texas.
Yeah. So, to you, he asked, what is your favorite game of all time, and what game are you looking forward to the most coming up?
Ooh. My favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time. It could be a series.
I might have to say Bomberman.
Bomberman
on Super Nintendo. Bomberman. I tried
what was it?
We bought one for the Xbox. I think there's been a couple.
That was the 3-dimensional one where you actually
there was one that was awful.
You're in like a third person, not a top down. You're in like a third person Bomberman.
And it's not the typical Bomberman. But then they also did an arcade one, which wasn't bad. It was good.
It was similar, very similar. And
but I'm referring to the Super Nintendo Bomberman.
Yeah.
And
so what would you say?
Actually, and the one that I have that I used to play all the time, it might be Bomberman 2. It might not just be the original Bomberman. I have to go dig it out. I haven't played it in a while. The game I'm looking forward to the most. I don't know. I just got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
That's pretty fun.
So I've only played one level.
It's pretty fun. And I played one level.
I haven't gotten to play much.
She shared.
But yeah.
She's a good girl.
I had to share. It's tough sometimes. Looking forward to the most coming up. Well, I guess the other Lego, the Hobbit.
Yeah, Lego Hobbit in April.
That's gonna be fun.
That's coming.
That's the only one I can really think of that's coming out that would be for me.
Yeah, there's Mario Kart coming out sometime.
But... You know how I am with driving games. Scary.
Okay. All right, so then, what is that? Lee Chavez? I was going to say Leech Chavez, but it's Lee Chavez. For both of you guys, is it stressful to go to events like RTX? And if so, why? It wasn't fun.
It was a little stressful last year because we took Aiden.
Yeah, because having Aiden, so we had to deal with him, wipe his diapers, and everyone has to like look at dirty diapers as we're. Oh, great. Okay. Apparently the camera decided to cut us off. But yeah, so what we were saying is like his, like, you know, having to change him out in the hall or something like that.
I mean, like we found like little discreet.
Well, no, but I'm just saying like trying to, you have to leave to go change him, or you have to go feed him.
Or to go feed him. So.
Things like that. God, kids, why do they have to eat?
And whenever a panel's at a certain time and we're trying to get there, and then like one of them I had to pretty much like walk out almost. It was actually the RTX. It was the Rooster Teeth
one
panel. I didn't walk all the way out, but I kind of had to walk to the back because he started getting fussy and stuff.
Yeah, because he can't sit in one spot for long. Yeah. He wants to roam around. He wants to do his own thing.
So, I mean, it made it a little stressful, but it was fun having him there because he has fun seeing everything and seeing all the people.
Like that we know, like, you know, BS Angel or, you know, Bravo and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was fun
having they like seeing... You know, Aiden and stuff, especially BS Angel. She loves seeing Aiden.
But other than that, I mean, it's not really stressful.
Yeah.
Right?
No. It's
like the year before.
It's nerve-wracking, I think, more than stressful. Because of the fact that there may be people that I may see that they know me. That's very nerve-wracking. Actually meeting people face-to-face.
It's different.
Yeah.
You're just not used to it.
I met quite a few people last year. I actually signed some autographs, which that was weird. Like...
And of course, you get nervous whenever you see, like, we talked to Freddie W.
And we talked to Tabascus for a short time.
You stopped Toby Turner.
You know, and I got to meet all the Rooster Teeth people, like all of them.
So some of that was, like, you kind of feel bad because you don't want to stop them, you know, because you know they're trying to get somewhere, you know, but you want to say hi, you want to get a picture. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's not really stressful, but it can get
it's just a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because you're trying to get over there to say hi and everything.
Especially, we talked to Freddie W. and everything, and it's, of course, you're like...
Like, what do I say?
I'm trying to think of something to say that you'd be interested in, you know?
Yeah.
But I asked him about Video Game High School and stuff.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is an awesome show. If you haven't seen it, go to Rocket Jump. That's his YouTube now. It's still Freddie W., but he renamed it Rocket Jump.
How many seasons have there been?
I think there's 3.
Yeah, and if y'all ever watch...
Or RocketJump.com.
If y'all ever watch Epic Mealtime...
Yeah,
what's
Harley.
His name? Harley.
Harley is in it. He's the dean.
Like the principal
or principal, dean, whatever.
I guess he's over the whole school, yeah.
He's hilarious in it.
Yeah.
It's a really good... It's a really good show. I would definitely suggest watching it if y'all haven't. But okay, so Darth Quackers asks, a question for Duquesne. Are you more excited about Project Spark for Xbox One or Titanfall?
Ooh, that's
a
hard
tough one. That is a... Oh.
I'm more excited for Project Spark, if you care. That's because...
We don't care about what you think. This is a question for me, not for you.
I know every day...
Can you believe her?
I know every day I'm going to come home and he's going to be like, look at what somebody built. I mean, I'm just going to constantly
You're amazed
be watching...
by that Minecraft one. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
I was amazed by the pinball.
Yeah, the pinball one is crazy.
Like, I feel like every day I come home, he's going to be showing me epic, you know, maps.
There's some stuff.
So
I can't code what, like, other people can code in Project Spark. Yeah. I can't figure all that stuff out. I can do some basic and a little bit more advanced of basic stuff, but I can't do something like that Minecraft. Or, you know, things like that.
You'll make pretty environments.
And
you'll do a good job.
And that's also, I mentioned, that's also has to do with the contest thing, which that will be starting whenever the Xbox One version of the Project Spark beta comes out. I'll be making a video to start that contest, and you can win some Microsoft points. Oh.
I answer the question.
But probably Project Spark. Probably Project Spark. Titanfall, I'm extremely... Don't get me wrong. I'm extremely excited for both of them. Extremely excited. And I even got the collector's edition of Titanfall. She's not happy. Don't look at her face about that. But You know, everyone's like...
It comes with the awesome...
It's an 18-inch statue. That's like this.
I told you to get the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, she actually... I wasn't planning on getting the limited edition of Assassin's Creed that comes with statue or whatever you call it. And she actually said, what, you're not getting that? She's like, you should get it. And I was like, score.
What was there a question there for me?
Probably Project Spark. I'm excited about Titanfall, but the thing is with Titanfall, it's just kind of like multiplayer and everything. Project Spark, you can make drastically different worlds and stuff like that. You know, you can have an FPS, you can have a Tetris style game, Minecraft style game, pinball, you know, RPG, and once the full game comes out, you're able to actually do multiplayer and everything like that, which will be amazing.
I think it would be really cool to see what people can do.
So
people are amazing.
For you, Darth Quackers ask, will you do a wife attempts for Dark Souls?
We don't have that game though.
No, we do not have that game.
And that's not a game.
If it's the game I'm thinking of, I'm not exactly like I'm thinking of it in my head, but I'm not 100% sure it's it. But I'm pretty sure Dark Souls is one of the hardest games.
Yeah, I've heard,
it's unbelievably difficult.
Yeah, like you die like right away.
And
what is the other one? Maybe I'll do Darksiders.
Darksiders, we do have that.
Yeah,
we have the second
one.
And
Brutal Legend.
And then they say that's a good game also. And then he asks Aiden, what is your favorite color? Again, I will cut to his
clip that one in.
You know, deal because I got to record that.
I wonder what he'll say.
Yeah. He'll probably just look at you. So then now, the next question, Aiden. Are you ready? What's your favorite color? I didn't understand that. Does anyone else understand that? Aiden, what is your favorite color? Oh, is that color up there? The ceiling? So your favorite color is white? Is that your favorite color? Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Any other colors?
Yeah.
Wait, is that, are you pointing to orange on the controller? Are you pointing to orange on the controller? Oh. No. Okay. Alright. So you like white and orange? Like the Titanfall controller? Alright. Okay, so Blue Impulse asks, when will Aiden be introduced to the world of Halo? We don't really know of an age. Like, it's not really of an age. It's also, it has to do a little bit of maturity. Like, you know, how old can he be able to handle something, especially the multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah, like him actually playing it. Like, I mean, he'll watch him play it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the multiplayer, we got to be careful because
if he does play, if he ever, like, whenever he gets, whenever we decide to let him play multiplayer, of course he's not going to be talking with people because I don't want people to be able to cuss and stuff. And more console, you're never talking to our son.
I know. Watch
dirty mouth. She heard you on the stream. She heard you on the stream the other day whenever I was watching, and I joined you in Reach, and she was like, "Who is that just cussing up a storm?"
So many foul mouths out there.
Oh my gosh.
So no, we don't want him to be exposed to all of that. I mean, of course, he's gonna hear all that. But there's no reason to have that streaming straight out of our TV all the time. So
he'll be probably not really young, but fairly young. He'll be starting up like Forge or something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That because that's just like Legos, but in a video game type of thing.
But I don't think we have like an age for that. Stuff. I think it's just gonna depend on. I mean, we're not gonna push that. I mean, we're not gonna try to.
Because I don't want him to sit here and play video games. I want him to go outside, like how I did whenever I was younger. I always went outside, played, built forts and remote control cars. Which that's a great thing about having kids.
That's what
I can start buying remote control cars for myself. I mean, for Aiden, and then we can play.
That's what we used to have to do. Okay, we didn't have things like cable or the internet or
we
video
didn't have
games.
this.
We didn't have this. So it was go build yourself a tree house.
How old am I? 27?
Go build yourself a fort. Go dig a hole outside, okay? I mean, I would go outside and catch crawdad. I mean,
so country. Go catch a crawdad. I did the same thing in ditches and stuff.
We went out and played if it was raining, no matter what. We just went out.
Oh, the best thing to do is in the ditches, get your bike after it rains or still whenever it's raining, and just go full speed and just hit the ditch full of water, and water just goes whoosh. just splashes up everywhere.
We're not saying there's anything wrong with video games. We're just saying we're not going to push
if
that on
something's wrong with video games, then what am I saying about myself, you know, or something? But yeah. Okay, so then Austin62 Halo asks, okay, here's my question. What's your top 3 original Xbox games?
Original.
I'm just gonna list. This isn't any order right now.
Was Banjo-Kazooie an Xbox original?
No.
Banjo-Kazooie?
No. No.
Is that PlayStation?
No.
Okay. It is Xbox.
What was Banjo-Kazooie original?
I don't know. It wasn't on the original Xbox
was it
at all?
The Genesis?
What am I thinking of? Was Crash Bandicoot on the
Or was
original?
it on Nintendo? Was it on 64? I don't know. Whatever. But no.
Was
Conquer. There was Conquer Bad Fur Day. They remade the Conquer, the original one.
What was the other one I just said? Crash Bandicoot? Was that Xbox?
No. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know.
I'm trying to think original Xbox.
I don't think so. But okay, so mine is probably, of course, Halo Combat Evolved.
That was your first game ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, first game ever. Not the first game I played though. Like on the original Xbox.
First game you had.
First game, no. We got NFL Fever. We got Star Wars Starfighter, and then we got Halo Combat Evolved. Halo looked the dumbest to me and my brother out of all of them.
It was the first one, okay.
We played Star Wars.
They didn't know.
We played Star Wars first and that was actually a pretty fun game. We played Star Wars first because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and so is my brother and stuff. And then we played NFL Fever for a while, and I mean we played these other games for hours before we decided.
I'm not into the sports games at all.
And then.
Did you like that?
Huh? Whenever I played with my brother, because I was playing with someone and not just by myself or something. Yeah. But you know, then we decided to play Halo, and we never stopped playing Halo. Like really, to me it looked dumb. Like to me, like you know, it still looked fun, but it looked like dumb compared to all the other ones.
I'm trying to look. I guess we don't have any of the original Xbox games out.
I have Halo 2 right here.
That's not original.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. We have all the Xbox One games out, so I can't.
But you know, Xbox One and 360 mainly.
Yeah.
But so Halo, of course, then Psychonauts.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. It cut off on us again.
We're back.
But okay, I was saying Psychonauts. I love Psychonauts. Freedom. That's what one of the little guys in Psychonauts says that you squish while you're walking around. They're like, freedom.
I'll go look these up if you haven't played them.
And it's also memories too, because me and my little Asian friend, my little yellow friend, I didn't know if I wanted to say that because some people would take that offensively. But don't worry, guys. He's okay with it. He laughs at it. It's all fun between friends and stuff. But yeah, so we would always just play. I mean, every weekend we would go out and just get a game, and then we just play it. But it had to be a co-op game and stuff, and so that's what we would do. And then third game.
What was your first one? Oh,
Halo. And then I off of the top of my head.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Was that original?
Good call. High five.
That's an awesome
Beyond
game.
Good and Evil. Unbelievable game. I would put that in front of Psychonauts. It would be Halo, Beyond Good and Evil, and then Psychonauts. Yeah.
All original?
Beyond Good and Evil, amazing game. I actually got it whenever they came out, like they revamped it HD, whatever thing on the 360. And, you know, got all the achievements, of course. But the music in that game, I was having a little bit of burps. The music in that game is amazing. Like, unbelievable. I'm a big music person, like, especially in games and movies and stuff like that. If it has a good score, then most likely I'll like the movie.
It's a pretty good plot. Like, it's
and
a pretty good
plot. Like, it's interesting because there's not much action. Like, you really, you don't get any type of guns or anything. You just have this one staff, and that's how you fight and stuff, and that's pretty much it. But it's mainly, like, a story-driven game.
Like, it progresses well.
Yeah. And it's a free-roaming world, too. You get to go up in space, so that's awesome.
And you get to do like races, like there's racing.
There's racing. There's like Pokemon Snap type of thing in it, where you take a picture of every single creature in the world and stuff, and you know, like you get money and stuff for taking pictures and everything. Like you could be in the middle of doing a boss battle. You have to pull out your camera real fast, take a picture of the boss and everything, just if you want to do that. So it's pretty fun.
It's fun.
I really liked it.
I mean, I didn't play it really. I watched him play it.
Yeah.
But it is a good game.
Okay, next one is BK Guy. I don't know if that's how you say it. Backpack Guy. Backpack Guy? Is that really? That's the first time he's been.
BKPAGUY.
Yeah, is it Backpack Guy? But, missing some of the stuff? I don't know, but...
Burger King Paw Guy.
Burger King Paw. Paw. He asked, I've always wanted to ask you a question on a family, but I always missed it, but not today. So this is exciting and everything, but I am asking my girlfriend of 2.5 years to marry me in a week. Don't let her watch this. Don't let her watch this.
Yeah, we just gave away your...
2.5 years, marry me in a week, and I've already bought the ring. I'm just wondering a couple things. How did you ask Jennifer to marry you? And how much did you spend on a ring? Best of luck to you and your family, Alex.
Oh,
don't let her
sweet.
watch this because you just gave her away your gamer tag, if that's your gamer tag, and your first name.
That's sweet.
So
and then you also couldn't copy what Andrew did if she sees this.
I wouldn't copy what I did. It was pretty good though.
I mean, for it might not mean as much to some other people, but it was.
We'll start off with the price of the ring. I don't really remember exactly which. If
it was less than...
It's less than 1,000. I think it was somewhere around 800.
800s?
800 and something. Which I pretty much saved up entire summer. I'm shocked because sometimes she looked at my bank accounts even while we were just not trying to spy on me. She's just wondering how much money, I may have, so if we could go on this trip or something like that. And she didn't actually notice that $800 were gone because I didn't use a debit card at the place. I pulled out a cash type of thing, I believe, and did it that way.
I didn't have access to look at your bank account then.
You would, though, sometimes, if we were because we would go to Big Bend all the time and things like that, so we would always look, and you would always be sitting there next to me looking.
Okay, yeah, that's probably true. And
so that's why she wasn't over there I'm gonna look at what he bought.
Was it?
She does that now because I buy everything.
It wasn't in the 1800s, was it?
It was like 800. It was below 1,000.
I think
and stuff.
So.
And we can throw up a screenshot of the ring and stuff because y'all wouldn't be able to see. And everything. And the thing is,
then we actually got an anniversary
matter what the
band
ring.
No.
It shouldn't matter at all. My parents, my mom just has a band. Mm-hmm. No diamonds, no nothing on it, just a band and stuff. It shouldn't matter. The whole thing is just, it's just supposed to symbolize something.
You get what you can, and it means what it means.
If you could get a $2 million ring, get a $2 million ring. I wouldn't get that because then you would be a target. Your wife would be a target for muggers and stuff.
Oh, that's true too. Even if we had a whole bunch of money, that's not what we would have chosen to spend it on. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That it's just, it's a ring.
Yeah.
I wear it every single day, but it's not something that it needs to be.
We got in a rock where she had to it's like a 20-pound.
And actually, we had talked about stuff like rings before because he had asked me way before he proposed what kind of rings I liked and stuff.
I was setting it up.
And I even I told him what kind I like, and I didn't really like the big giant. I'm doing this there's ever one that big.
Big giant ring you realize no one can see you if you go like this.
Oh, there's some pretty good.
Well, there's
size
some large
rocks.
Yeah, there's some.
And I just if I want to wear it every single day, I didn't want that. Changing my kids' diapers. Trying to do the dishes, trying to type.
Don't want to cut them while you're changing diapers.
Yeah, I didn't want this giant thing, but
movie. Y'all can figure that out, and I'll cut it with the scissors.
He got me the kind I like, and we went to San Antonio, and we spent the day on the Riverwalk. Yep.
And but before that summer, before we went to San Antonio, that winter, whenever we came back home to visit, I asked her dad's permission.
Oh yes.
And stuff.
You should do that.
A lot of people don't think you have to do that. It's just a sign of respect.
It's not that you don't have to do that.
It's
but
just respect.
My dad appreciated it.
Yeah. To be able to do something like that. And I asked him permission. I also asked him permission because of the fact that we were going to San Antonio, and I wanted to, take her to the Riverwalk and the Alamo and everything like that because she's never been to the Alamo and stuff. And so I was like, we're going to have to get a hotel.
Some people might not know what the Alamo is. It's important in Texas history.
Yes, important in Texas history.
Yeah.
And stuff.
A lot
of people know who Davy Crockett is.
Well, yeah.
So
you can look it up. We won't sit here and do a history lesson, but it's actually it's a really nice mission to go, visit and
the thing is we would have to get a hotel because of the fact that we're going to spend the night, and I believe we were on our way home. It was during the summer.
It was like
during summer break from college
back home,
and we were on our way home. And the thing is, Texas is huge. Our college was on the other end of Texas. It takes like 10 hours to drive back home, so that's why we couldn't just go there and then keep going home and stuff like that. So pretty much what happened was, we drove over. Like, I asked him his permission. He said it's okay, and
he stated his intentions.
Yes,
because he knew that we were going to be
I even told him, I was like, I do not, I'm not going to take advantage of your daughter or anything like that. And we, both are waiting for marriage and stuff. Well, not now. We aren't waiting for marriage. I
think they know what you mean.
Well, I said we're both waiting for marriage, not both.
Like you're telling him
for
that.
Marriage. Yeah. And
so he would know the intention was not for that.
And so I just wanted to
spend the day,
make sure it was okay for that. And he says, he said it's perfectly fine.
So we had a hotel within walking distance of the Riverwalk. I don't know if y'all know. They probably won't know what the Riverwalk is either. What river is that?
I don't know. San Jacinto?
Is it the Guadalupe River?
Guadalupe.
Anyway, there's a river that goes through, and there's on both sides of the river. There's sidewalks, and there's shops and restaurants.
Yeah, and restaurants and stuff.
And it's really pretty, especially at night.
Christmas lights kind of hanging, elegant Christmas lights from the trees.
It's real romantic. They have all the restaurants you can eat outside on the water and everything.
We went to a restaurant called the Iron Cactus.
Oh, you remembered.
And I do.
Yeah, and
the whole time I was nervous. Because what she didn't know is I had the ring in my jacket. It was kind of cold, so we had jackets
I'm all
and stuff.
Cuddled.
Yeah, and the thing is, every single time you were on this side of me because the ring was on the left side. And if she would have been on this side and then we did this or something while we were walking, she would have felt the ring there.
I wouldn't have known.
And
I wouldn't have noticed.
She wouldn't have noticed, but of course you overthink things whenever you're doing things like this.
Yeah.
Like guys overthink it and everything.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, and so...
And then we were going to ride the boats. Remember they have
they have boats
do a
that
boat
you
ride,
ride.
But they had just stopped doing it. We had just missed the time. And so then we went over to the Alamo, and it's at night, so it wasn't open.
She's never been.
It was dark, and the lights were on. I mean, real beautiful. I mean, y'all can look up pictures of the Alamo. I mean, it's a pretty spot.
Did we go on the ride
especially
first,
at night with the lights on. I thought we did that afterwards.
Was it after? I couldn't remember.
I thought so.
Okay.
And so anyway, so I'm looking at the Alamo because I've never actually seen it in person. So I'm reading all the historical plaques and stuff. And I don't remember. I guess I was looking at the door or something, and I turned around and he had already knelt down, right?
Yeah.
And he had already had the ring out. Yeah. And
nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and he gave his whole little...
Nerve-wracking. And especially, you don't understand, y'all don't understand necessarily. I've told this to people. I don't like being somewhat of the attention... Oh my gosh!
And here we go again.
Yeah, guys, our camera only records for 10 minutes and then it stops. So... my whole thing I was saying is I don't like being the center of attention or being I don't like doing something where there's
speeches.
People I'll be the center of attention or something in a open public area.
I mean, it was at night, so there wasn't a lot of people around, but there were a few people kind of walking by, and there was a guard.
It was still killing me the fact that people would be looking at me.
And there was a police officer guarding the the site and everything. But yeah, I mean that was pretty much it.
Did the whole little
your whole little
been
speech,
with you
which wasn't very long. It doesn't have to be. He was nervous. I could tell he was nervous. I don't even think I said yes.
And then she didn't even say yes. Excited. I was just sitting there on my knee, and I was just like, will you marry me? And she was just like,
no, I was stop.
She was like, I don't.
No, don't listen to him.
How much money do you make? Ooh, you want to do YouTube? Ooh.
I was excited and I was smiling and I was trying to get him to stand up to hug me and everything. And that's whenever he said, "Well," and I was like, "Well, yes."
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize that I hadn't said it. I guess I figured it was.
Then we got a picture of
obvious.
The cop take a picture of us.
Yeah, he saw what was going on and everything, so he walked over and got a picture.
Alamo. And then after that, we were just walking around and we saw the little horse-drawn carriages and stuff. So we rode in a horse-drawn carriage through,
downtown San Antonio.
Which was pretty nice.
Yeah.
We drove by some hobos and stuff.
Stop.
That's any big city you're gonna have.
Yeah, it was really romantic, and then I think we went by like one church, and there were people like sleeping on the stairs and stuff.
Because of course,
but it was.
That's the whole point.
Nice.
The church is like a lot of times offering.
It was a very nice, Yeah. It was a
very
nice evening.
That is our story of that. So
the Alamo might not seem romantic to everybody, but it was very romantic. Trust me.
You know the person that you're going to be getting married to, so you know what they like.
Yeah.
That's not for everyone.
Like, he knew that would be special for me.
I know that she would love that.
Yeah. So
okay.
it doesn't have to be some grand, expensive, I mean, we hadn't even gone inside the Alamo. We didn't even pay anything. The next day we, of course, went back, and we actually went into the Alamo because I had never actually been inside. But, it doesn't, like, at that time we hadn't even paid for all of that. We were just outside. I mean, you don't have to, if you're worried about money, that's not.
Yeah. You can read a lot and see a lot at the Alamo without going inside.
I mean, you can go hiking up a pretty trail or something.
You would like that.
Yeah, I would love that too, out in the wilderness somewhere. Yeah.
I
mean, it kind of depends on what
It would have been the first time we would have ever kissed was going hiking on a mountain behind our college or university people overseas. There's a mountain behind it, and we went hiking up it. And
we say mountain. It's more of a
hill.
A
small mountain, large hill.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And it still takes a little bit of work to get up it, though.
But it was real pretty.
And, and you get to overlook the entire city and everything.
If you would have proposed to me up there, that would have been amazing, too.
The thing is, though, like, we were sitting up on this rock up there, just looking out over the city and stuff. And, I was just like, oh, why don't you come sit up here? Because she was sitting a little bit farther away. And this is, and then she sat next to me and stuff, and what was it exactly like?
I don't know why you say you didn't.
I think you turned, like, where you were looking, like, I was sitting here like this, looking at you.
He didn't try hard
enough. And then she turned this way, like she sat down with her back a little bit to me, kind of like this. And then she was looking out that way, and I was just like, well, son of a bee,
You didn't try hard enough.
And also, I am a very shy person. So, of course, doing that, like kissing, a girl that you really like and stuff. She's the first person I ever, like, my first girlfriend, first kiss, first everything. Like, because I'm such a shy person.
I'm just that special.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was attracted to her so much that I would actually get out of my comfort zone a little bit. So, yeah. But yeah, it was a lovely time, except for she turned me down on that part.
But yeah, whatever's special for her, whatever would be. Whenever he worked for a little while at the Museum of Natural Science here in Houston, and they have a butterfly pavilion where the butterflies really cool. Roam free and you like walk through. And there's several people that go and propose inside the butterfly pavilion.
You could do the.
I mean, it doesn't.
You could do the.
Something as simple. It doesn't have to be some hot air balloon ride, or, I mean.
Movie.
Yeah,
figure out
nice.
what I just did. Movie.
And I preferred what he did, or even like the butterfly pavilion or up on a hill. I prefer that so much more than like in a restaurant, because I don't want everybody in the entire place.
She's like me. She doesn't like to be the center of attention like that.
So it's kind of however she is. If you know that she wouldn't like that whole situation,
just doing this
everybody
YouTube
looking
thing,
at you. Even whenever we got married, we were both nervous about. Oh my gosh, there's going to be so many people there, and even now standing in front of a camera. But
yeah, like I had to get used to doing stuff like this.
Yeah, and I'm not used to it. But
and I'm doing this with a pimple on my face, so beat that.
I'm doing this exhausted.
I'm always exhausted.
Yeah. Whatever you know, right. Whatever you feel is right.
So let's continue to the next one. We spent like 20 minutes on this.
Okay.
Little Puttin Tater. I love that. I love that. How cold has it ever gotten for you in Texas? What do you think of below zero every day for the last 3 months? So I'm guessing he has below zero every day for the last 3 months.
I would die. I would have to pack up and move.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I like the cold, but not that cold.
You know, whenever we lived in West Texas, going to college, it got cold out there.
Sometimes it hit like below, 15.
Yeah, I mean, it was below freezing pretty often. Well,
yeah,
I
it would
pretty
snow
often, pretty
there,
often during the winter.
So,
yeah,
not very much. Not like up north type of snow.
It would ice. Oh my gosh! I remember one time at work, like we had a little bird fountain in the back. And I mean, the entire thing, it was beautiful though. I mean, it was just completely iced over from the water because the water kept dripping and it just kept icing. I mean, yeah, it got really cold. And I mean, it wasn't bad. We liked it because we thought it was real pretty and we weren't used to it and stuff like that. And of course out here, even here in Houston, it still gets really cold. Mm-hmm. But I mean, probably like the 20s.
Yeah,
20s and 30s, probably the coldest.
20s is pretty much the coldest here.
I mean, every now and then, I guess it's going to be rare though, but it can get real cold.
Yeah.
But in West Texas, it can get certain areas of Texas get much colder than it does here in Houston. It just depends on where you're at. But for us personally, I guess you're right. Maybe 15 or 10 or not 0.
Someone now I'm looking at some YouTube comments, and JJ asked for Aiden.
That was all of the ones.
Yeah, that was all the ones for the Game Pro. Yeah, and guys, I know I should have probably said this earlier, but if you have, well, I'll say this after, whatever. But JJ for YouTube, like on YouTube, he says a question for Aiden, what does the fox say? So again.
Oh, same thing. Okay. Well, we'll see what he
You would have saw it earlier.
We'll see, yeah.
I'm not going to, ask it twice.
We'll see what he says.
But then someone asked on here, what about Halo 5 news? And I actually replied to him on this one, though, on YouTube. And I was just like, when there is news, I will report on it.
Whenever there is legitimate
and then he goes, there is news, Duke Kane 23. And then I replied to him, what news? And he didn't reply back. So
whenever there is
legitimate news, not rumors,
not
rumors, not anything like that. Whenever there's legitimate news,
no reason to get our hopes up.
Like that concept art that came out. I did a little, analysis thing over the concept art. Yeah. I'll do stuff like that.
He doesn't want to get your hopes up over something that's not real.
And I believe that is it. Oh, I do remember Facebook. Tipsy asks on Facebook, how do you put up with me?
Oh. I don't know if I have an answer for that. Lots and lots of alcohol. No, I'm just joking.
She's an alcoholic.
No, that's not true at all. That's not true at all.
She drank and drank.
I don't even know when the last time I drank. Stop it.
Really? What is the last time that we had alcohol?
I don't know. Probably when you took me out to a Mexican restaurant or something. Margarita.
Yeah, margarita.
Anyway.
Dollar margaritas.
No, it was 50-cent margarita. 55 cents, I think. Yeah, you can't pass that up.
That's really, and then the time before that, we probably go like, I don't know, 4 months or 5 months between drinking anything and all.
This one's irritating, but he's a keeper, I guess.
Yeah. She's irritating too. She's stubborn.
He's fun.
Yeah, she's irritated at my spending habits. Titanfall Collector's Edition.
Well, usually with any couple, you're gonna have a saver.
Well, no,
you're
that's
gonna
the
have
thing.
A spender.
Yeah. I'm a spender.
You really can't.
She's a saver.
You really can't function having
that's the thing.
2 spenders or 2 savers.
Or yeah, if you have 2 savers, you won't really a lot of times buy things. You can't get a lot of enjoyment out of stuff. But if you have 2 spenders, you won't have any money in your purse.
It's not very smart.
So it's perfect because she keeps me from spending everything.
I don't know if I keep you from.
Yes, because you keep me because I don't want you to be mad at me. So that's the thing. I still spend, but I don't spend as much as I would want to because I don't want you to be mad at me. But and then of course, by me spending, you wouldn't have this TV, you wouldn't have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
These are all true statements. These are all true statements. I am very, very, very cheap.
She probably wouldn't even have this shirt right here because. We can't do it because we gotta wait for the camera to cool.
It says we overheated the camera. We're almost done. We could be done in like 2 minutes. This is the last time.
Yeah, last time.
Last time.
Okay, what is it gonna be, like a 2-hour video? Jeez.
I was gonna say.
Go. Oh, I should have said this before. Go get some pizza before you watch this and drinks.
Lots of hydration. Anyway, no, the best advice I've ever gotten when it comes to relationships and everything was from my dad, and he said, marry your best friend and if you don't, make your spouse your best friend. And I consider Andrew my best friend. I mean,
I don't have any more friends.
So. Yeah, I mean, there's really anything that I want to go do, I want him to be with me. I don't, you know. I don't want to go have fun and not have him with me because that's really not as fun.
None of my friends from Moses was my roommate in college, and every once in a while we'll meet up, and then Nick. That's really it. Everyone else is just Xbox friends. I don't Except for I guess Robo's not really an Xbox friend anymore because I've actually met him up with him at RTX. Yeah. And that's the first time we ever actually met was at RTX. Yeah. So that's how we
became friends.
Became friends, and then we were talking on Xbox. But
yeah, I don't really have that many friends either. But yeah,
friends are overrated.
Yeah. I mean,
but not for our personalities. Our personalities are stay at home, watch movies. We're home buddies. We're not the type of people that go out and go to clubs and party and things like that.
So we just kind of have fun with each other, doing whatever, watching movies.
I love animated movies. Animated movies are my favorite.
Watching Hulu, Netflix. Yeah. This is our life.
This is what I do.
Going to the park.
Don't we look thrilled?
Sometimes we just drive around in the car for hours. Aimlessly with nowhere to go.
Especially now though, like we're driving around the car for hours. Like if Aiden falls asleep, of course we'll keep driving. But we also
whenever we were in Alpine,
since we're kind of eyeing though, also like here we're eyeing just looking at properties, get a price range
while we're driving
stuff.
Around. But even whenever we were in college and stuff, we would just sometimes get in the car.
We'd drive around and be like, we haven't driven down that street before.
What's down
and
there?
So then we would drive down it, and it could be just nothing.
Or we'd go hiking, we'd always go down to Big Bend every weekend, even though it was
Big Bend was 2 hours away.
2.5
hours away. We would go there every weekend.
Yeah. And we went hiking.
With our roommates. Her roommate, my roommate.
Yeah. And sometimes it was just us.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we take other people because we liked it so much we wanted other people to have fun with it too.
We took this one foreign exchange student.
Yeah, he was from Japan.
Yeah, from Japan.
He was awesome.
He had a lot of fun. He thought it was crazy because we drove for 2.5 hours and there was nothing. Yeah. No cities. And in Japan, everything's so compact and crammed because there's so many people and such little amount of land.
And he just couldn't believe how much is open. There's nothing here. Yeah. It was just empty land. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So we liked dragging people to come with us. And anyway, we kind of went off on a tangent, but
yeah, we did.
Yeah, he's not so bad.
And to wrap it all up, I'm not so bad.
He's not so bad.
Guys, so y'all should subscribe and comment and leave a like on there and stuff. No. You should subscribe though.
Subscribe.
Actually, leave a comment on stuff. Also, I do have to say though, Gaming Probe, right now, I'm going to be posting, before I upload this, I'll post next week's thread, so you can ask questions for next week's Fan Mail Friday. And so just, I'll put a link in the description to the Gaming Probe thread. So just click on that and then go there and leave a comment and a question for either one of us. Because we're going to start doing Fan Mail Friday, both of us, every single time.
Well, we'll try to sometimes make the answer shorter.
Yeah.
This is our first try.
Yeah. And if we have too many questions, we'll just select some, and then y'all can ask the questions again if we didn't select yours.
Or if they're repeat,
or if they're repeat and stuff. If they're a repeat, we can always just be like, go check out the last one or something.
Well, y'all can tell us what y'all think. Would y'all rather us answer everything fully, or would y'all rather have a short video? Y'all
leave that in the comment.
Give us your feedback.
Comment down below. Yeah.
We'll try to fix it.
Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I guess I will be filming Aiden tomorrow to cut into this. And I'll see y'all next time.
And I am going to bed. So, good night.
I'm staying up and editing till 4 in the morning. Yay. That's what I do every day. And then I wake up with Aiden. But yeah, so bye.
Bye.
And then what does an elephant say? Yeah, it goes. Roar. Yeah. What does a penguin do? Yeah. I can go pew, pew, pew. Ow. How do you roll again?